సప్తవర్ణాల సమ్మేళనం హోలీ. మిఠాయిల్లో రారాజు మన ఆలివ్. అకేషన్ ఏదైనా ఆలివ్ మిఠాయిలతోనే.
సో ఒకసారి చూద్దామా మీ మూమెంట్.
Mr. Global 2023 is India!
చాలా మందికి కూడా తెలీదు జేసన్ డాలిన్ ఒక తెలుగు అబ్బాయి అని చెప్పి.
We're from Vijayawada.
ఫినాలే డే రోజు మీకు ఫుల్ ఫీవర్ అంటే కదా.
I just, somehow unfortunately got a fever and it spiked really high.
అయ్యో. What kind of preparation you used to do before the pageant?
A lot of people, really misunderstand what it means to prepare for a pageant.
So after Mr. Global, so projects అనేవి ఏం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు?
Gudachari too, I don't know, you might know, with Advi Sesh garu. Also because Global was happening at that time.
In India ki we got the cup, right?
First time India has won a Mr. Global.
ఇంత చిన్న వయసులోనే చాలా మందికి ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ గా ఉన్నారు.
I was fortunate enough, obviously.
వరల్డ్ విన్ అయిన అతనికి పీస్ లేదంట.
People don't know a lot.
ఇంత చిన్న వయసులో అంత మెచ్యూరిటీ లెవెల్స్ ఎట్లా?
I think in my life, at a very young age, I saw the hard parts of life. See, I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. I've gotten bullied at a young age.
What is your love status?
My love status. About 8 months. I was just very low. Depression.
వాళ్ళ మనతో మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ 2023 జేసన్ డాలిన్ బ్రెట్ఫెలియన్ ఉన్నారు. వారితో ఒక చిన్న ర్యాంప్ వాక్ చేద్దాం. హాయ్ హలో నమస్తే, వెల్కమ్ టు స్పాట్లైట్ విత్ రాజీవ్ ఆన్ సుమన్. ఇవాళ మనతో ఒక స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్ ఉన్నారు. సో ఎవరు అంటే మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ 2023. ఏదైతే మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ జరిగిందో ఆ తర్వాత రోజంతా కూడా ఒక సెన్సేషన్ అని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. ఓవర్ నైట్ స్టార్ అయిపోయారని చెప్పి అందరూ అనుకున్నారు, కానీ కాదు. సో తన యొక్క కష్టం వెనుక చాలా హార్డ్ వర్క్ ఉందన్నమాట. సో తను ఒక ఫుట్బాల్ ప్లేయర్గా ఉండి ఒక చిన్న ఇంజురీ అయ్యి సో దాన్ని కాదనలేక సో ఆ తర్వాత వేరే ఒక మోడలింగ్ని పర్స్యూ చేసి అందులో ది బెస్ట్గా సో మిస్టర్ ఇండియా కాదు, సో మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ వరల్డ్కి వెళ్ళి మన ఇండియాకి పేరు తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. కప్ కొట్టి గెలుచుకొని తీసుకుని రావడం జరిగింది. సో అతను ఈరోజు మనతో ఉన్నారు. సో జేసన్ డాలిన్ బ్రెట్ఫెలియన్. సో తన మాటల్లో అసలు తన యొక్క మిస్టర్ ఇండియా అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ జర్నీ ఎలా జరిగింది, ఆ టైంలో అసలు ఏం చేశారు, ఏంటి తన పర్సనల్ గురించి మరింత సమాచారం అండ్ ఫ్యూచర్ గోల్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా తన మాటల్లో అడిగి తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. జేసన్ డాలిన్ బ్రెట్ఫెలియన్, సో వెల్కమ్ టు స్పాట్లైట్ విత్ రాజీవ్ ఆన్ సుమన్ టీవీ.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. First, నాకు క్షమించండి, నా తెలుగు అంత బాలేదు, అందుకనే నేను ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే మాట్లాడతాను.
ఇట్స్ ఓకే. చాలా మందికి కూడా తెలీదు జేసన్ డాలిన్ ఒక తెలుగు అబ్బాయి అని చెప్పి.
Yeah, I come from a very a proper strong Telugu family. We're from Vijayawada. My mom and of course her mom and dad are from Vijayawada, but my mom is married to a Romanian. My dad's a Romanian citizen, so it was a very interesting journey for us. We've grown up all over India, most of the cities, and also I've lived a large part of my life in Romania.
Okay.
So yeah, I've got a taste of all the parts of India.
So Telugu అర్థమవుతుంది.
నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది, కానీ to speak is a little tough for me.
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ జేసన్ గారు మీకు కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్.
Thank you so much.
మన ఇండియాకి ఒక మంచి పేరు తీసుకొచ్చే అవార్డు తీసుకుని రావడం జరిగింది. సో ఒకసారి చూద్దామా మీ మూమెంట్?
Absolutely. Let's look.
Winner of Mr. Global 2023 is India!
I was very stunned. I wasn't, able to speak. I was very overwhelmed. So many emotions, and very happy that everything finally paid off at the end. All of the hard work and the sacrifices that I made prior to this competition, and mainly I was just happy. I was imagining my mom and dad's face at home, and my family, and how proud they would have been. And I was just very grateful to God for the experience, to everyone who was there, and I was like, this is hopefully going to be a turning point for me in my life. Yeah, it was a very, very. I'll never forget this
Okay.
this experience.
Superb. So once again, congratulations. And
you.
the thing is, final moment, I mean, like, finale day roju meeku full fever ante kada?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. I had a very high fever on the preliminary and the final round. I think I wasn't sitting right with the food over there, or we weren't eating too much because we had so much going on, and I just somehow unfortunately got a fever and it spiked really high.
Ayyo.
So I had to do the preliminary round, and obviously the final. Even doing the question answer, I was like, I wasn't even able to focus properly because, the fever was so bad. But my national director, Mr. Pankaj Karbanda, the CEO of owner of Ruburu, he really pushed me a lot during that time, and I think that's one of the reasons why I even got up. Because at one point I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't know if I'll be able to get on stage, and that's why my body was in I think the worst shape possible on the biggest time of my life.
నిజమా అసలు చూడండి కూడా లేదు.
It was I was very insecure, but yeah, these are things that people don't see, obviously.
True.
But yeah, it was a good challenge for me. That was the biggest challenge.
అమేజింగ్ సూపర్ కదా, అంత ఫీవర్ లో ఉండి అసలు తెలియట్లా మా ఎవరికి కూడాను.
I know. It was all the makeup, I guess.
No, the confidence.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
the trust on you, the hard work, everything.
Absolutely.
సూపర్ జేసన్.
Thank
సో
you.
నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి అసలు ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అయింది మోడలింగ్ కెరియర్? సో ఇనిషియల్ గా మీరు ఫుట్బాల్ ప్లేయర్ కదా?
Yeah, I started out as from a very young age. I started playing football, and then that slowly progressed into getting into the professional league. And obviously, since I'm half Romanian, my dad's from Romania. He suggested that we take it to Bucharest, which is the capital of Romania, and start from there. So we went, and I've always wanted to become a football player. It was my dream for a long time, and I couldn't take that forward because I had an ACL injury, 3 of them actually.
So sad.
So that's the worst injury for any athlete, and once you get the second one, you're pretty much done. So I had to come back, obviously came back, and mana Telugu intlo, everyone is like, oh, height bane undi, he's fair, he looks nice, you
So
should get
try
into
in
acting
movies.
and movies, try in movies. And I was like, okay. And at that time, a very close friend of mine she was participating in the Miss India.
ఓకే.
And while she was doing that, I quickly went on Google, and I was like, let's see if obviously there should be something like this for men.
మెయిన్.
And that's when I stumbled upon the Ruburu organization, and I signed up for that, and luckily it was happening at the exact
that
same
moment.
time
Okay.
when Miss India was happening. So I went for that, and after that everything
grabbed
is
the
history.
title.
Yeah, everything just fell into place.
So what was the experience at the time of Rubru Miss India?
It was very
When
new
you
for
won
me.
the title.
Yeah, it was very new for me because I don't think I had too much experience in modeling when I went for Mr. India. Most of my experience came after that. So it was very new. I was still getting to know how the industry works, what modeling actually is, the fundamentals, and essentially what it means to be a model. So it was an interesting journey. I obviously learned a lot more after I won, but yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. That was, I think, where I learned most of the fundamentals of being
Modeling
a modeling
in,
and all of that
Rubru.
in Rubru, Mr. India.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so probably it helped you to grab the title of Mr. Global.
I guess you can say it like that. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good journey.
What
and,
kind of preparation you used to do before the pageant?
So prior to Mr. India, a lot of people, really misunderstand what it means to prepare for a pageant, and a lot of us think it's just working on your physical condition and how you look physically, and that's what I did for Miss India. I tried to look my best, and okay, I was fortunate enough to win, but after that, post Mr. India, I understood that in pageantry, your body is just 20% of what they look at. You have to be an
It's your
overall.
personality.
It's your personality. You have to they look for someone who is just able to excel, and while being able to promote yourself, also boost and work alongside the organization, right? So they look at your intellectuality, your general knowledge, your speaking ability, your communication skills, how well you're able to stand on a platform and advocate for something, right? You need to be very, very sharp and very in tune with yourself to be able to be on that level. And I think after Mr. India finished, I kind of understood that there's a lot more internal work that I needed to do. And I was a very big introvert. Like I could
Is it?
never hold a conversation with a person for like more than 10 seconds.
So whatever you're saying is like, you know, strange actually, because it doesn't look like that.
I know. Then it's good. I put in a decent amount of work then, I guess. But
Yeah. I would like to know, where are you from? And you know, Hyderabad lo putti perigarani telusu, but I would like to listen from you.
So I'm actually not from Hyderabad. I was born in Bangalore. And 2 months after I was born, we moved. And we've basically moved all over the country. You know, we've stayed in most of the cities here. And, you know, my family and I were all just, I was born in Bangalore. My youngest sister was born in Hyderabad. And the middle one was born in Chennai. So we've
people
touched
keep
base.
on traveling.
We kept on traveling until I think a few 7-8 years ago, when we kind of established ourselves in Hyderabad. And even after that, you know, obviously we've made a lot of trips back and forth from Romania and Hyderabad. But yeah, most of my life I would say we were
ఎట్లా
here in
అనిపించేది
Andhra.
అక్కడ మీరు ఎక్కడ పుట్టి ఎక్కడ పెరిగారు అంటే 4-5 స్టేట్స్ చెప్తున్నారు.
I mean, I don't remember much, నాకు అంత గుర్తులేదు కానీ, but it was good from what I remember.
Okay.
We saw different cultures, you know, saw different, met a lot of different people from different cities. So it was a nice experience. It was good. But from most of what I can remember, I was in Hyderabad.
Okay. So after Mr. Global, so projects అనేవి ఏం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of well-known brands, and I've done a lot of collaborations. Post Mr. Global, I was fortunate enough to have a lot of recognition on my social media, so I had a very drastic spike. You know, I think I started at maybe 10,000 or 15,000 followers, and as soon as I won Global, you know, 3-4 days later, it's at like 90,000, and I'm just like, what's going on? So that really helped me in getting a little bit of recognition. So shot with a lot of brands, did a lot of collabs. I recently had my music video come out with Arman Malik. That was
Manzoor
a big
Hai also.
Manzoor Hai and Sajda Hai. Both of the songs are out, and very, very grateful, amazing opportunity. And I think that was my biggest project that I've worked on post Global. And I've also tried the movie industry. Gudachari 2, I don't know, you might know, with Advisesh garu.
Advisesh garu.
Ji, yes,
Oh,
yes.
Gudachari,
Gudachari 2 lo nen audition chesi, I got selected also, but it didn't go forward for a few reasons. Also because Global was happening at that time.
Okay.
So that kind of went
అంటే
down.
అప్పటి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేశారు
అప్పటి నుంచి నేను స్టార్ట్ చేశాను కానీ it just didn't work out. And then after that I had a few other more, you know, movies that were confirmed but again didn't you know happen to be taken forward. And that's what I mean, you know, in this industry there's so many things that can happen, and you know, you just, you know, have to be patient and just be, you know, very strong mentally to be able to deal with it.
ట్రూ ఎన్ని రోజులు జరిగింది ఈ యొక్క కంటెస్టెంట్ అంతా కూడా, అంటే ఏమని చెప్తారు?
I think 14 days kosam. 14 days, yeah.
సో could you explain ఎలా జరిగింది ఏంటి అంతా కూడా?
Yeah, basically you get taken around the city, you go to different provinces. We were in Thailand at that time, so we were taken to different provinces in Thailand. So you know, you wake up in the morning at 4:35.
యాక్చువల్లీ
Very
టాస్క్
hectic.
చాలా ఉంటాయి కదా
A lot.
సో వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్, ఐ మీన్ ఏదైనా టాస్క్ ఛాలెంజింగ్ అనిపించిందా మీకు ఆ టైంలో?
I think I wouldn't say there were any tasks particularly per se that were challenging for me. I think I felt very
ప్రతిరోజు
homesick.
కూడా ఒక్కొక్క
ప్రతిరోజు
task.
ఒక schedule ఉంటుంది, you know, they'll have to follow a certain you know, lineup and everything, so it's very hectic, you know. So for a lot of us, you have to kind of adapt to that situation very well. The first day I landed and I got to know what the schedule is, I called my mom and I was like, I want to come back.
Why?
Yeah, because I felt very homesick. Felt very homesick.
The first day itself?
On the first day, the moment I landed.
How come you say, man? Like lot of people,
My mom's probably gonna watch
it is a
this and
dream for
laugh.
a lot of people.
Absolutely. It's a dream, and I was just so overwhelmed because, like, see, even prior to the competition, Mr. Global, the biggest platform that I've ever been on in my life, I had a bike accident. 15 days, I had a very bad bike accident, and
Just before
15 days before Global, both my hands.
I think that is only the reason. I think I could see some scars.
Yeah.
In the round. Okay.
Yes. So both my palms were absolutely scraped off. I injured my shoulder, my hip bone, my leg, so I couldn't work out. And at one point, I had to just wrap up my hands in tape and somehow just lift, because I was like, if it's not this, I'm gonna look. That's why if you look at my body condition, it wasn't the best, and that's my biggest regret. But That's during that phase, you know, when I had that accident, I had to really fight a lot of things mentally and understand that, okay, if I'm not going to look the best physically, I need to
How
be the
come you
best
managed,
mentally.
man?
That was the journey. That was the
Superb.
journey.
It's really appreciable. And you know, the hard work అనుకోవచ్చు, perseverance, so like you know,
sacrifice, all of that, you know, plays a big role. But it's all God's plan, you know, at the end of the day, it's God's plan, and you know, He knows what's right for you. You just have to be patient enough to, you know.
సో ఫైన్. సో అది కవర్ చేసేసారు ఇదంతా.
Yes.
సో మరి మీ పేరెంట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా మిమ్మల్ని చూసి ఏమన్నారు ఆ టైంలో
When
మీరు విన్ అయిన తర్వాత?
they were, they were shocked, you know, they were, you know, stunned. They were very excited. My mom, I think, got emotional, and it was really sad that I couldn't see them and I wasn't there with them to experience
Not only
it.
your mom, most of the people, like you know, who are into modeling, right?
Yeah.
So అందరికీ కూడాను ఒక అచీవ్మెంట్ లాగా అనిపించింది. ఇండియాకి we got the cup,
The
right?
first time India has won a Mr. Global.
Global 9th Mr. Global.
Absolutely. I'm happy, like when you look at it from this perspective, is I'm happy I was able to represent our country.
True.
And you know, someone from Hyderabad, in fact, you know, a Telugu boy, to be able to bring a certain amount of recognition on an international platform also was a very big achievement for me and something I was proud of, you know. So yeah, family, friends, the country being proud of me, and me being able to, you know, represent our beautiful country and our beautiful traditions and cultures on a platform was very humbling, very, very grateful for that experience.
So Jason, what was your best day in Mr. Global pageant?
I think the best day was the day that I won.
Apart
the
from
finale.
that day.
Apart from the finale, you know, I think
That was the that was the best day for whole India.
for the whole
So
for the
apart
whole
from
country, absolutely. I mean, apart from that, there were a few competitions that we had throughout the pageant, and you know, where you kind of, you know, go to different gatherings or restaurants for the most part, and you have these ramp walks, and you know, they judge you based on how you look and how you speak. And I think during one of those competitions, I won. You know, the best outfit, and I think I had worn a traditional
Indian tradition.
Jodhpuri or something, and everyone loved it. You know, during the whole competition, everyone was very fascinated by, you know,
The
the
costumes.
kurtas and the sherwanis that I was wearing.
That is unique actually.
It's very unique, yeah. It's very intricate, and I think on that level, even though there were 40 different contestants from different countries, and you know, I saw their outfits, and some of them were absolutely stunning. But something about Indian attire is
that
very,
you
very
have
yeah,
shown
it's-
actually.
Absolutely.
So it was really so fine. So upcoming models అందరికి what you would like to suggest? అంటే చాలా మందికి కూడాను రన్వే ఒకటి, కమర్షియల్ మోడలింగ్ అండ్ పాజెంట్, వీటి మూడింటికి సంబంధించి చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ తెలియదు.
అవును.
సో మీరు మీ మాటలో చెప్పండి.
Pageantry, runway modeling, and commercial modeling are three entirely
Different
fields, right? Now, when we talk about pageantry, like I said, they look at someone who is a complete person, right? And that goes in the way you look, your physique, your mentality, your knowledge, your ability to speak. It's all, you know, that's a whole package that they look for, right? And obviously with pageantry, you do get a certain amount of recognition, which is a great stepping stone for most models. But there are certain criteria, like you have to be high, you have to be tall.
Yeah, a lot of people have this kind of myth, like, you know, we have to be this much taller, we have to be
yeah.
6 packs.
Yeah, it's a myth. Absolutely, it's a myth, because at the end of the day, it's just what line of modeling are you getting into? So pageantry, obviously, you have to be a certain height, because most of the models who come are all massive, you know. So if you want to stand out, if you're relatively shorter, it's going to be a little harder for you to stand out, even if you are a good-looking gentleman.
That is true. So I could see a lot of modeling agencies nowadays. సో ఎక్కడ చూసినా కూడా మనకి చాలా మోడలింగ్ ఏజెన్సీ రావడం జరిగింది. సో బట్ హౌ టు ఫైండ్ ద బెస్ట్ అండ్ జెన్యూన్? సో ఐ మీన్ ఎవరైతే చూస్తున్నారో, సో హూ ఆర్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్, సో వాళ్ళకి ఏమని చెప్పొచ్చు, మనం ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి ది బెస్ట్ వన్?
Well, I think it's very important that you do your research first. You know, get to know a lot about these agencies. There's a lot of agencies that are coming in, and they, you know, sometimes fail to live up to the expectations of an agency. They don't take care of their models, or they don't pay on time, or the commercials are not handled too well. So it's always best to go with the known agencies. You know, people who work with most of the models, kind of understand in your city which is the agency that, you know, works with
The
a
big
large
brands
amount, the
or
big brands. You know, get in touch with them. Basically, just do your groundwork. I was signed up with an agency in Bombay, Times Agency. They're one of the biggest agencies in India. And even then, I had a hard time until I met them. You know, I signed up with a lot of agencies. It didn't work out. So there's a lot of trial and error, a lot of understanding that you need to do before you sign up with the right agency. And I think, you know, certain clauses in contracts, you know, you need to be a little careful before signing them. So I think, you know, have someone like your parent or someone who is involved, you know, have them, you know, be around you and be involved during the whole process of getting you, you know, into
Placed
the
into it.
agency.
ఓకే ఇంత చిన్న వయసులోనే చాలా మందికి ఇన్స్పిరేషన్గా ఉన్నారు సో మరి ఫ్యూచర్ ప్లాన్స్ అంటే ఏమని చెప్తారు
Well, I was fortunate enough, obviously, to achieve whatever I did. I'm very grateful for it. But I think I've come to a point in my life where I'm looking at working towards settling down. I'm a very family-oriented person. I know it's everyone I say is everyone's always shocked when I say this, but I think the main thing for me right now, Rajiv, is like I want peace, you know, in my life, and I think every man wants that. You know, you just want to have peace, and for me,
వరల్డ్ విన్ అయిన అతనికి పీస్ లేదంట
people don't know a lot. You know, we go through a lot.
సో వుడ్ లైక్ టు నో మోర్ అబౌట్ యూ దెన్ ప్లీజ్ ఓపెన్ అప్
Yeah, so for me, I think I've had my fair share of time in this industry. I've worked, I've done whatever I could. But I think for me as a man, I'm not where I want to be right now. And it's not going to happen through modeling or acting because my aspirations and the kind of dreams that I have in my life, I'm very, very you know, sure that I need to get into the whole business line. That's why when we were speaking prior to this, I told you,
True.
you know, that I'm kind of transitioning a little bit, you know, out of modeling and acting and into starting my own business. And my family and I are into import
యా
exports.
చెప్పండి
yeah.
పేరెంట్స్ గురించి చెప్పండి సో ఫాదర్ ఇంటూ బిజినెస్
My mom and dad are into business right now. We are into import exports. So we deal with spices, we deal with coal. We're trying to get into dealing with steel and home appliances is something that I'm working on the side. An e-commerce business. So that's what I'm working on. I have two younger sisters.
Okay.
Both of them are still in college. One of them is doing their BBA first year and the other one is in 12th.
వాళ్ళు ఎలా ఫీల్ అవుతుంటారు మిమ్మల్ని చూసి
I hope they feel inspired. I hope that they
డస్
see.
ఇట్ రియల్లీ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఎవ్రీ డే లైక్ యు నో టాంటింగ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ యాజ్ ఎ
No,
బ్రదర్స్
no,
అండ్
no.
సిస్టర్స్ లాగా ఉంటారు కదా సో
No,
హౌ
no.
డిడ్ యూ పీపుల్
I think I for my sisters I just want them to be able to see what I've gone through and the struggles that I've seen and the you know the instances and you know places that I've been in my life. I just hope that they see that and you know somehow take the better part of it and learn and be able to implement that in their lives.
సో మేము మిమ్మల్ని ఫ్యూచర్లో ఒక బిజినెస్ మ్యాగ్నెట్గా చూడబోతున్నాం
Yeah.
సో ఇన్ వాట్ వే లైక్ యూనో ఏం చేయబోతున్నారు ఏంటి
Well, as in like what am I getting into? So right now I'm getting into e-commerce.
ఈ కామర్స్
Drop shipping and
పేరెంట్స్ వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నదే కంటిన్యూ చేయబోతున్నారు
Yeah, my mom and dad are into import export. That's a completely different thing. I'm getting into e-commerce business. Drop shipping is what it's what it's called online. It's basically, you know, you have your website and you know you're in touch with different wholesalers and you get your products listed on that. It's a very simple but intricate business model, but it is something that I'm working on the side. That's what I'm trying to give more priority to, simultaneously helping my family with their company and what they're doing. But yeah, I think it's time for me that I, you know, find something that's a little more secure because this industry is not as secure that you know as people think it to be. And that's another thing that you know we should speak about even in modeling is something I've learned is you cannot make modeling and acting your main source of income. It won't be your main source of income because there's no stability. You know, you can get one shoot in a month, you can get one shoot in 2 months. Some might get one shoot in 3 months, or you can get, you know, it varies. You can never be secure that, you know, by the end of this month, I'm
There's
gonna
no
have this.
security,
There's
like
no
a
security, and it's
private
no
job
one's
or
fault.
corporate job.
Absolutely, there's no one's fault. It's just that there's so many options. The likeliness of you getting selected is very few, unless you're at a stage or a position in life where you have that demand in
సో
the
వీ షుడ్
public.
హ్యావ్ బ్యాకప్ ప్లాన్
Absolutely, and this is something I've learned very recently. You know, that's why I've started kind of prioritizing my work.
యా
towards-
మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ వాంటెడ్ టు సీ యూ ఆన్ ది స్క్రీన్
I know
But
a
you
lot
were
of people.
telling-
A lot of
You
people
wanted
did.
to become
you know.
a business magnate.
I mean, yeah, being an actor was always a dream. I always did want to become an actor.
Probably after this interview, I'm damn sure that you'll get a lot of opportunities.
I hope so. That'd be great. I'd love to do a lot more work.
ఇంత చిన్న వయసులో అంత మెచ్యూరిటీ లెవెల్స్ ఇట్లా ఈవెన్ ఫైనల్ డే క్వశ్చన్ కూడా మీకు క్వశ్చనర్లో
Yeah.
కొత్త వరల్డ్ని క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే ఏం చేస్తారు అంటే ఆన్సర్ వాజ్ లైక్ యూనో ద నెక్స్ట్ డే అందరూ అదే స్టేటస్ పెట్టారనమాట. అంటే మోడలింగ్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరికీ కూడాను
Correct.
సో తెలుస్తుంది. సో అదే అనమాట. సో ఏంటి అసలు అంత మెచ్యూరిటీ లెవెల్స్ ఎలా వచ్చాయి ఏంటి అంటే ఏమని చెప్తారు?
Well, I think in my life, at a very young age, I saw the hard parts of life, the darker
Could you
side
please
of
explain
life.
what are those?
Absolutely. Well, see, I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. I've gotten bullied at a young age. I've gotten, you know, I have a lot of, you know, how do I say it?
Yeah, you can.
I've been through a lot. Like I've seen, I've unfortunately or fortunately, you know, have been through certain circumstances or instances in my life that have kind of shaped me to the person I am today. I don't think at any point or even right now I would regret going through that because that has shaped me into the person I am today. And to be able to understand these different aspects of life at a young age, it's a very big advantage for me because now I'm able to see life a lot more clear. I have a lot more clarity in my life, and I'm able to, you know, kind of deal with, you know, whatever circumstances come in life on a little more easier level because I understand.
Could you please explain? You are just giving some justification, but దానికి సంబంధించి ఏం జరిగింది ఏంటి? Could you please explain?
Well, if I have to go into,
If I could ask, like, you know, what is the sad part of your life?
see, bullying was one thing. I got bullied very bad when I was a kid. I lost a lot of friends. So when that happens, you have a lot of trust issues.
Why? Okay.
It's just the circumstances that you're in. You know, you can never have a certain reason why. I was in the army for 2 years of my life. I joined the army, and I think that's where a lot of this, you know, bullying happened because I looked a little different physically compared to most of the people over here. So I was always bullied for that, physically abused, mentally abused. You know, even in school, I was always the student that spent most of the time in the principal's office than the classroom.
Why so?
I was the naughty boy. So all the teachers hated me. And you know, transitioning a little bit a few years later, obviously, you know, you deal with emotions and situations that are a little on the heavier side, you know, when it comes to, you know, when I was in Romania, I was living alone and, you know, managing your finances, working for yourself, simultaneously being able to look after your family.
ఏ
How do
ఏజ్
you
లో
do
ఉన్నారు
that?
ఇక్కడ రొమానియాలో మీరు?
I was there when I was 16. I think I went there 15, 16, 17 around that time. So I was still very relatively young.
Okay, fine. So what kind of suggestions that you would like to give to the upcoming artists or like, you know, young generation?
I mean, most of you guys already know. Most of them know that, you know, they have to work on their physical, the way they look physically. But I think something I would like to tell a lot of them is, you know, you have to be patient. Patience is something you need to master in this industry, you know. So many doors are going to keep getting closed. You'll never have, you know, a security. You'll never get a straight answer most of the time. So you have to be very patient. You have to be very, even though things happen, you just need to be able to have that, you know, bulletproof mindset where you're just like, okay, even if things don't work out, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying. And, you know, that'll eventually, if it's meant for you, that will take you places.
Okay.
So, you know, be patient, be persistent. You'll have to make a lot of sacrifices, just like any other field. You'll have to have a lot of confidence in yourself. A lot of people are not going to believe in you. A lot of people are going to probably tell you that it's not for you. But at the end of the day, you're living your life and you know where you want to be. No one else can see that for you. So I think the moment you understand that it's all internal is, you know, when you get a little bit more clarity and you're able to chalk out that plan for yourself.
So my next question is, what is your love status?
My love status. My, so I was in a very serious relationship with a woman. We were together for almost 5 years.
Crazy.
And that didn't work out for whatever reasons. And that was a challenging part of my life. I think that was one of
నాకు
the
తెలుసు
most...
యాక్చువల్లీ. సో బట్ ద థింగ్ ఏంటి అసలు ఎలా జరిగిందంటే ఏం చెప్తారు, బట్ యు నో డోంట్ రివీల్ ద నేమ్ అండ్ ఆల్. సో దాన్ని ఎలా టాకిల్ చేశారు? వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్? వాట్ వాజ్ హ్యాపెండ్?
See, I think the main thing is we were both very young. We were both very young. We both had a lot of aspirations and we had a lot of dreams. and we were both in the same industry.
Okay.
And I think personally, when you're physically or intimately involved with someone from the same industry, it's a little tough. You know, there's a lot of issues insecurities, you know, trust issues, all of these. It's very natural. But see, more ups to her. You know, I always wish the best for her. But I think the thing is just we had to, you know, obviously we got too involved in the relationship where we kind of forgot that we have our life and we need to work on our life on the side. And I think that's when both of us understood that, you know, it's time that we prioritize our life first. And it was a good experience while it lasted. Obviously it went a little too deep, so it was a little hard to get out of. But yeah, I wouldn't say there were any like personal conflicts or anything. It's just generally that we both had to agree that our lives are more important and we're young. And we've experienced love on a very intimate level, and it was a great experience.
అంత ఈజీగా మర్చిపోయారా?
No.
ఆ డిప్రెషన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏంటి ఎట్లా జరిగింది ఏంటని మీ ఫేస్ చెప్పమంటే ఏమని చెప్తారు? దాన్ని హౌ యూ టాకిల్డ్?
Yeah, it was a tough phase for me after I went through that breakup. About 8 months, I was just very low. Very lonely. You know, I think that's the biggest thing. I think I realized during this phase that, you know, a lot of people who we see who are suffering from anxiety or depression, and some of them even resorting to suicide as an option, you know. The main reason
one of
for
my
them,
best friend,
right,
he didn't even నాకు చెప్పని కూడా చెప్పలేదు. 6 months లో he got ఒకరిని లవ్ చేశారు, మనకి తెలియదు, డిప్రెషన్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు, సూసైడ్ చేసుకుని చనిపోయాడు.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
ఇది ఒక్కటనే కాదు, ఇలా చాలా జరుగుతూ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్స్. సో అలాంటి వాళ్ళందరికీ ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు?
I mean, you have to understand the root cause of why someone is depressed or why someone is anxious. It's because they're lonely. It's because they suffer from that attachment. You know, when you get so attached to a person and that person is suddenly gone, it's like a part of yourself is gone, right? True. So you have to sort of like rebuild yourself and find yourself again. And that's I think that's where most men, you know, fall short, because some of us are not mentally strong. You know, some of us give too much, and I think that's our biggest problem. We love too much, we care too much, and that, you know, sets us back. When that doesn't work out, we're left you know, rebuilding ourselves from scratch to really understand who we are as individuals. Faith in God.
బాగున్నారంతా ఆల్రైటా?
I'm good now, absolutely. It'll have its waves every now and then, but that's the whole point of being strong and, you know, having that faith that everything will happen and everything will get better when it has to, and it's good time.
I wish everything will be set right.
Thank you.
Okay. Who is your inspiration in modeling?
In modeling, who is my inspiration? There's a friend of mine, the previous Mr. Global winner, Juan Carlos from Cuba. He was the previous Mr. Global 2022. Very close friend of mine. And you know, he's also my favorite Mr. World.
Okay.
A very, very good person, very kind-hearted, sweet personality, great human being. He's done a lot for the society. He's a doctor, so he's already you know, saving lives in his own field. But yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's done great. He's brought a lot of recognition to his community, and yeah, I think I saw his videos when I was going for Glory. I got inspired. Yeah, absolutely. I saw a little bit of how it works. So yeah, he's someone that I look up to. He's also a very, very close friend of mine.
Super. సో యాక్చువల్లీ మా అందరికీ కూడాను ఒక ప్రొఫెషనల్ మోడల్, ఒక యాక్టర్, సో ఇట్లానే తెలుసు. సో తెలియని ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్లో? ఎనీథింగ్ that we don't know about you?
I think on this interview I've already said a lot of things. People are probably still going to be processing it. But yeah, I mean, people don't know I'm a grade 8 drummer. I finished my drumming from ABRS at London University. Yeah. So I'm basically a certified drummer now. I've been drumming for about 16, 17 years.
Drums and kuda ammestamu ani cheppi
that was a friend of mine. He wanted to help. He wanted to sell it, so I was helping him out.
Okay.
But yeah, music is a very, very important part. Plays a very important role in my life. I was playing for about 17 years and I've been playing the drums.
Amazing.
And my dad's a guitarist. He plays the guitar and he sings. So ever since I was a kid, you know, he used to sing and I used to play with him. And that was, I think, a very core memory I have. Mom and dad again got me into music. So very happy to them for that. But yeah, music is a very is something that I do try to keep in touch with on a regular basis. It means a lot.
సో ఇప్పుడు మిస్ వరల్డ్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇండియాలోనే జరిగింది, బట్ ఇప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్లో జరగబోతోంది.
I heard
Yeah,
the news.
so
That's a big
ఎలా
big
feel
step.
అవుతున్నారు?
Very proud, obviously. Hyderabad should be very proud. I think Hyderabad's also a great place at the moment right now where we are in the economy and how we're doing and how we're scaling up so well and so fast. I think it's also going to be a great platform for us to increase awareness of Hyderabad as a city. It's obviously already gotten a lot of awareness around the globe. It's one of the best cities to live in India. You know, the top city to live in India. And I'm excited to see. I'm obviously gonna try my best to be there for the event.
Okay.
But yeah, very excited. Great initiative by the government and the chief minister. So I'm looking forward to see on what scale they're gonna deliver and
Yeah, if I
make this
could
event happen.
if I get a chance, even I would like to witness that event on that day.
We should
So
go together.
Yeah.
We should go together, do another interview all the Miss Indias and all of that. Miss Worlds.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
I'll be
That'll
getting
fun.
opportunity to interview them as
Absolutely.
well. So we can plan for that.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm down.
superb. Thank you so much. And next, small rapid fire with Mr. Global. Jason, who is your favorite model or icon in the industry?
Rohit Khandelwal from
Oh,
Hyderabad.
Mr. World 2016.
Absolutely.
And he's my role model as well, initially. After that, Mr. Global 2023.
Absolutely. He's done a great job. Obviously,
True,
got
true,
a lot of
true.
recognition, and he's from Hyderabad, so it's great.
Next, runway or photo shoots?
Photo shoots.
The best advice we have ever received about modeling.
Be patient.
What's one thing you think every aspiring model should know before starting their career?
I think, like I said, understand what sets you apart and understand how you can be different in the industry. What is your selling point? What is that spark that you need to find in yourself to be able to stand out amongst all the other people?
Name 3 best friends from Rubru Mr. India of your pageant.
Mukesh Ravi, Shashwat Trivedi, and
I think Shashwat Dwivedi.
Shashwat Trivedi is a close friend of mine.
So
From
that like నేను రూబ్రీ మిస్టర్ ఇండియాకి అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు 4th రౌండ్లో నన్ను ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసిన తనే.
Right. Oh, really? Is it? Nice.
అండ్ హీ అండ్ పంకజ్
Correct.
కూడా.
Nice. I think the third one would be Siddhartha Gunti. He's a friend of mine from Hyderabad. We both went from Hyderabad and we contested together. Siddharth Gunti. So Mukesh, Shashwat, and Siddharth.
ఓకే యా సో మోడల్ అవ్వకపోయి ఉంటే ఏమయ్యేవారు?
Footballer.
So you have reached the level of Mr. Global India, and how do you handle the pressure of living up to the title and the expectations that come with it?
It's definitely tough because you have to maintain a certain image.
True.
You at the end of the day, you are a role model to a lot of people.
Obviously.
So I think I don't think I've really faked who I was. I've always been this person, and I think that's what stood out, and what the judges or whoever was there, that I think that's what they saw. So I wouldn't say there's many challenges, but yeah, of course, certain surface level things where you have to look good always, you have to be in good shape, you have to dress well. These are things that you kind of have to keep an eye on whenever you're out publicly. You have to be careful with obviously not being around people who promote things like drinking or smoking. Those things are not the best. So yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's challenging, but it's definitely something to look out for.
ఓకే ఇక ఫైనల్గా మీ పేరెంట్స్కి ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు?
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being my rock, even though I've failed so many times in so many different parts and aspects of life. They've always been very understanding and very, very supportive. And I don't think I would be where I am if I didn't have that support from my parents, because a lot of us, we fail because we don't have that core support, which is family, and having your family support you is very, very important if you want to succeed in life. And I was very fortunate to have very understanding parents. They were very open to whatever I wanted to do. They weren't so conservative. So I had the ability to try different things, and because of that I was able to step my foot into different things, and this was one of them.
ఓకే
So thank you obviously for being there for me whenever I needed you.
సూపర్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు నేను మన ఇండియా నుంచి మిస్ ఇండియా కావచ్చు, మిస్ వరల్డ్ కావచ్చు, మిస్టర్ ఇండియా, మిస్టర్ వరల్డ్ కొంతమంది నేమ్స్ నేను చెప్తాను, వాళ్ళ గురించి సో ఏం నేర్చుకుంటారో వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి అన్నది చెప్పండి. 1 word యూ కెన్ సే ఆర్ 1 sentence.
Okay.
నెంబర్ 1 మిస్ వరల్డ్ 1994 ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్.
Confidence.
ప్రియాంక చోప్రా.
Character.
సుష్మితా సేన్.
Aura.
లారా దత్తా.
Confidence.
Next, Prathamesh,
Swag.
Rohit Kandilwal,
Style.
style. Yeah, do you know what? In 2019 or 20, I think so, in January. So నేను ఒక షో చేసినప్పుడు తనతో నేను ర్యాంప్ వాక్ చేశాను.
Auna. Oh, wow.
Delhi.
Crazy.
Uh,
Nice.
Yeah, that was the best moment, and he was my inspiration at that time. So I felt.
Did you
very
get the chance to interview him?
No.
Okay.
I మాట్లాడాను కానీ but we didn't get time
Right,
to actually, but I
right.
have to do his interview as well.
His is the next Mr. World
Probably.
interview.
So yeah.
Nice.
So, next, Urvashi Rautela, Miss Universe.
Confidence.
Confidence. I interviewed Miss Universe.
You did?
Yes. I
Nice. Were you the one who did the interview with her after she won? Was that you?
did.
No,
Not
that
after
wasn't
she
you.
won.
Okay.
She came for Santosham Southern Film Awards.
Okay. Okay.
At the time, I did her interview.
Nice. Amazing.
So, and your friends Abhishek?
He's a very intelligent person. I know him personally, obviously. He's a very intelligent, very hardworking. He's an architect in Pune. Very close friend of mine.
Okay.
And yeah, he's a very grounded, very well-spoken, well-mannered, well-presented individual. And I have a lot of respect for him. He was obviously a competition for me during the pageant because I think he was one of the most well-spoken men during that competition. So I was always, having him at the back of my head that this guy is going to
After watching that pageant or anywhere, so nobody will beat you, I think so.
I wouldn't say that, but I think
It is our perspective,
I
actually.
just had a weird amount of confidence in myself. I knew where I wanted to be. I was very, very, very focused on what I wanted. And I think because I worked so much on, being able to speak and communicate, I think that helped me a lot. I was very nervous, obviously, on the stage, but, small tips and things that I picked up about breathing and understanding the question while it's being spoken. I think those small things, give you a lot more confidence to talk. Because, if I were to ask you a question behind, backstage, you'd give a perfect answer. But why are you
Obviously.
stumbling in front of people? It's just because
of the
you're
crowd
nervous.
and, that's...
Yeah, absolutely. It's simple. You need to control your breathing. You need to simply just understand the question. When you're not in your comfort zone, or when you're standing in front of such a large group of people, anything that is said might be so simple, but it sounds, very complicated to you because your focus is not there. It's, am I looking good? Am I standing right? Am I going to answer the question? There's so many things. So you just kind of just need to blank out everything and focus. And obviously, when it comes to answering questions during a pageant, there's a certain,
Criteria
rundown.
that we have to follow.
Yeah, you start with an opening, you speak about your subject, and you close. So the lesser you talk with more information, the better it is. A lot of us like to keep going on, talking, but that doesn't work. You open, address, in 3-4 points, add a little bit of an explanation after that, and close. So I think that comes with a little bit of practice and a little bit of grooming. But once you get it, you're unstoppable.
Just like you. And
Thank
I missed one person, Mr. Global 2023, Jason Dylan Bretfelean. Just tell me about you in one line. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. That's a nice way to look at it. About me, huh? Persistent.
వెరీ నైస్ సో హంబుల్ అసలు ఇంత బాగా మాట్లాడారు అమేజింగ్ సో అట్ దిస్ మూమెంట్ మీరు ఫుట్బాల్ ప్లేయర్ కాబట్టి ఫుట్బాల్ నేను ఇప్పుడు ఆడించలేను ఇక్కడ సో ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు డూ హ్యాండ్ టికెట్ డూ యూ నో హ్యాండ్ టికెట్
Hand ticket, which is like order
you can do with the hands
Order
yeah
Okay, let's play.
oh you know
Yeah, of course.
yes
Are we doing 1 to 6 or 1 to 10?
1 to 6
1
is
to
fine.
6 chala?
Yeah, 1 to 6
Sorry.
so non symbolic
Okay. Non-symbolic and
నాన్ సింబాలిక్ అంటే సేమ్ పడితే అవుట్ కదా
Okay.
సో ఇఫ్ యూ డూ లైక్ దిస్ ఆల్సో ఇట్స్ 1 ఓన్లీ ద స్కోర్ ఇస్ 1
Okay, so
మీరు ఎట్లా వేస్తే అవుట్ యాక్చువల్లీ
correct. Same.
it's not like same symbolic nonsense. Let us do not just
Normal order, normal
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
cricket.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
so we'll play best of 3, or like whoever wins one game wins. Chala?
one game is
One
fine,
game
I think
chala?
so,
Okay,
right?
let's
yeah.
go.
మీరు ఎట్లా అంటే ఎట్లా
Meer chappandi, nenu okay. I'm fine with anything.
we'll play 1 over
Let's play one game.
yeah
Okay.
sure so hand ticket with Mr. World Mr. Global 2023 Jason Dylan Bretfelean so
Let's do it.
order even
Eve.
hot so bowling
Okay.
oh your score is 6 now
6.
Number 2.
I gave you a little
Score
hint.
is 10.
10,
Yeah. Third ball. Oh, shit.
13,
13. Fourth ball. 13 plus 5, 18. Yeah, now fifth ball. Shit. 22. In the sixth ball.
well, 23.
23. It's very difficult now.
Let's
So
go.
let's play. So ఇప్పుడు నేను 6.
First ball,
First ball, yeah. 12.
12. Already halfway there.
No. 12 plus 5. 17. 24 to win, right?
24 to win, right?
22.
Already won. I don't think I can get you here.
23. It's tie now.
Yeah. What? This is which ball is this? I thought you.
This is the fifth ball.
Oh, it's the fifth ball. Okay, I thought it was the sixth. Okay.
Last ball. Out. It's tie. Super. So it was nice talking to you, Jason. So చాలా విషయాలు మీరు పంచుకున్నారు.
Thank you.
And
చాలా
మన
thanks.
ఆడియన్స్ అందరికీ ఎవరైతే ముఖ్యంగా మోడలింగ్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళందరికీ మీ యొక్క జర్నీ అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పి అనుకుంటున్నాను. సో చాలా హంబుల్ అండ్ అసలు చాలా విషయాలు అయితే మీ దగ్గర నుంచి చాలామంది నేర్చుకోవాలి, మేము కూడా నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఇట్ మీన్స్ ఎ లాట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ కమింగ్.
Thank you for having me on this show. Andarki chala thanks. Thank you so much.
It's
and
our pleasure.
had a great conversation. And
Is
I
it
hope,
so?
Absolutely. It was a fun, intimate, personal conversation. And I hope everyone who's watching this
Yes.
can take the best out of it.
షూర్. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి, మీ నెక్స్ట్ మూవీ ఇంటర్వ్యూకి మీరు మొత్తం తెలుగు మాట్లాడాలి.
Tappakunda. I'll start practicing, working on my Telugu now.
సో తెలుగులో ఏమైనా చెప్పండి మీ యొక్క ఆడియన్స్, తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ అందరికీ.
అందరికీ చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ నాకు సపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి, మా అన్ని తెలుగు ఫ్యాన్స్ నాకు సపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి చాలా థ్యాంక్స్. అండ్ నేను కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాను మీకు అందరికీ. హౌ డు యూ సే మేక్ యూ ప్రౌడ్. దిస్ ఇస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ వై ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు డు ఇట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు.
నేను మీరు గర్వపడేలా చేస్తాను. గర్వపడేలా చేస్తాను. నేను మీరందరూ గర్వపడేలా చేస్తాను.
నేను మీ అందరికీ గర్వపడేలా చేస్తాను.
ఓకే ఫైన్, సూపర్, సో స్వీట్ ఆఫ్ యూ.
Thank you so much.
థ్యాంక్స్ అగైన్ జేసన్.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the next interview.
సో గైస్, ఇది ఇవాల్టి స్పెషల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ విత్ మిస్టర్ గ్లోబల్ జేసన్ డెలన్ బ్రెట్ఫెలిన్. మరొక స్పెషల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూతో మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం. అంతవరకు చూస్తూనే ఉండండి సుమన్ టీవీ. దిస్ ఇస్ రాజీవ్ సైనింగ్ ఆఫ్.